70, Indy. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56. Mark 56. And QB's trash. Let's go.
Down.
Throwing on first down. James. He finds Hopkins complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Delta.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Hey, dude, on the ball. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
X3, 218, chop. Switch gears.
Now James on 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Ready, set.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Mark 59. Mark 59. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
James operating from the gun. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go now. 30 base.
We want it. Come to my world.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Yeah, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At their 48-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Slam.
2nd and 2. Open man is lost, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Let's go. Topper, topper.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Fight.
2nd and 11. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Go. 15 line. 15 line. What? Get it.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
10 logo. Clear.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Snap.
On 1st down, it's Wallace. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he's going to keep it here. Now the ball comes loose. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Come on, QB, come on.
Come. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Alpha. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check. Fresno.
Hit it.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Harris now to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Let's see what you got. Joker.
Here's James to throw on 2nd down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down, San Diego.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw. James. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Team 6.
Hey. Kill. He's coming. Double up.
General West.
Undercrush.
Hey, exit.
But they just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. And he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. James now from the gun. He'll throw. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Check 49.
Hard.
He's coming. We got double up. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 4.
Hey, Charlie.
14's the mic. Here we go.
2nd and 6. That's complete to John Ross. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They're running it.
Go.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Six. Pull it high. Hey, orbit. 5.
They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready